Hello, my name is Stephen Fitch, Director of Sustaining Engineering with JVM Technologies here at Oracle. And so within this Java webcast series, I'm here to present and talk about the Java SE subscription enhanced service offerings. So as a safe harbor statement, the following is intended to outline our general product direction. It's intended for informational purposes only and may not be incorporated into any contract. It's not a commitment to deliver any material code or functionality and should not be relied upon in making purchasing decisions. And the development, release, timing and pricing of any features or functionality described for Oracle's products may change and remains at the sole discretion of Oracle Corporation. So the new enhanced service offerings for select Java SE subscription customers. These enhanced offerings add even more value to your Java SE subscription, providing additional services to your existing investment at no additional cost. And throughout the presentation here, I'll go into more detail about what exactly these offerings are. But as it says, they're part of the Java SE subscription, and they provide this extra additional set of services that you can take value from and are supplemental to the investment that you've made. There's no additional cost or terms required. So for the first service element, that's titled Upgrade Services, and this covers a number of areas from updating from, for instance, CPU to CPU, upgrading, for instance, from a JDK 8 to JDK 11, and looking at issues in and around that type of scenario, and then working to look at particular features. There may be a new feature of JDK 11 or JDK 16 that you might feel that you'd like to look at. There might be a particular technology, Grail VM, that you might want to look at. And so the upgrade services service offering component gives you a pathway, gives you a route to reach us, talk to expertise, and get insight and advance and make progress on such topics. There's a few slides later, and I'll go into a little bit more of the type of detail and the scenarios you might expect that this upgrade service will be of value to you. So that's the upgrade services, element number one. So element number two, again, part of the enhanced service offering, is performance tuning services. So in a later slide, again, I'll delve a little deeper, provide some scenario information, but as it says, performance tuning services would cover such things as you have a GC concern, performance concern around garbage collection, and you'd like us to bring our expertise in conjunction with your expertise and resolve the issue. That would be a typical example of this. So that's the performance tuning service, element number two. Element number three, enterprise and third-party software services. Well, it's quite a long set of terms there, elements there, but in essence, this is where Java deployments are complex and involve a lot of enterprise software, third-party software, and components that are brought together and deployed in production or in certain scenarios. And so what this element of the service offerings allows us to do is to partner with you. We would work and you would bring your third-party or enterprise software vendors to us, and we'd collaborate actively and pursue resolution of the particular issue. So that's at the highest level, the three elements of the new service offerings. And so moving on, So for the upgrade services, why do I need project upgrade services? Well, enterprise Java applications are sometimes facing significant issues when they seek to maintain and update the Java infrastructure they depend on. There's a lot of complexity, there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of things deployed in production, and you need service advice to help make any changes at the Java level appropriately. So the Java SE subscription provides a service path, so that customers can work with Oracle Java experts to overcome obstacles encountered when planning for or during updates and upgrade efforts. So I think I mentioned before, you could be moving from a CPU in the same family, JDK 8, going from, say, 8U281 to 8U291, and you might face an issue in and around that. So this particular service element is designed to provide such update assistance in those efforts. And we support the transition of applications to the latest Java update release and across release families, helping you minimize the risk and downtime that may be involved. And you have access to the best team to help determine update and upgrade decisions. The team here, the Java Platform Group, has the expertise in and around these install technologies, in the update paths, the update techniques, and so this is really where the project upgrade services has a value proposition. Okay, well, element number 2, the Java Performance Tuning Services. How can Oracle's Java Performance Tuning Services help me? Well, enterprise Java applications have business-critical performance requirements. There's some common issues arise due to many factors, such as misconfiguration, lack of resources, and load. So an application may be deployed in production, a change may occur in the load, this may impact the situation, may lead to a requirement for tuning services. So that's how this fits. A Java SE subscription allows you to work with Oracle Java experts to optimize performance. And Java Performance Tuning is already a unique service offered via our service request path, but in an enhanced services context, we'd provide a higher touch of engagement model for the key customers. And we would combine our Java performance expertise with your application expertise to achieve results. And we'll enlist specialized resources as needed to reach resolution. We have the depth of expertise all the way to the point of the engineers who would be the architects and implementers of the garbage collection algorithms, for instance. So we have a very deep bench of expertise that can be applied in certain circumstances and certain scenarios. So again, this lets you get the most value possible from your Java SE subscription. So that's the Java Performance Tuning Services assistance that's offered. Okay, well, so enterprise and third-party software services. What is enterprise and third-party software services? Well, as it's understood, it can be complex to work with enterprise Java applications and third-party stack components in and around interoperability, and determining the source of any issue is not always simple. There's a lot of complexity. There's a lot of parts in the system. There's a lot of things deployed and a lot of people involved. And so we have the expertise and willingness to help resolve these complex issues. A Java SE subscription provides the means for customers to work with Oracle Java experts to resolve enterprise scale support issues. And in essence, you will identify your third-party vendors or stack component providers, and we will partner with you and work with your designated third parties, recommend best practices for security and diagnosability, and analyze the related data to determine if issues lie within Java SE or elsewhere. And critically, provide direction. There can often be many scenarios or situations where when we take the issue apart, we look at all the elements involved and we understand the system and the complexity involved. It can be the case that the issue is not within the Java SE product but lies elsewhere. And in this service, we give the opportunity to not only take the problem apart, but also provide direction if the issue lies outside of Java SE. And we can also partner with ISVs to resolve issues. So a lot of value inherent in this particular service. And no other Java support vendors can provide the extensive coverage that Oracle Java support can. So how does this relate to the Java SE subscription that you have? So as I think I mentioned before, this is included with your Java SE subscription. There are no additional fees and no additional contractual terms required to pursue or proceed with one of these engagements around the three service elements that I've described. It's available in addition to the standard service requests that you might file through My Oracle Support, MOS as it's sometimes called. You can still continue to file those service requests, but this set of three elements is available to customers in addition. So it's not a replacement for professional services consultancy that you might require. There may be situations or issues that would need a more extensive, more long-term, more protracted service consultancy engagement, and those would be separate. What we offer here with these three elements would be some scoped additional services that would provide resolution in the three areas of upgrade, performance, and enterprise and third party. So we see this as a valuable benefit that only Oracle can offer. So the value behind Java Enhanced Services, this really does give you access to the ultimate in Java expertise, the Oracle Java Platform Group. We're the group that engineers Java, develops the features for Java, works with the community on Java, delivers support on Java, sustains Java, maintains Java, provides the expertise on Java that can be brought to bear here. And we have the means to reach multiple elements within the Oracle Java Platform Group, whether that's within the support organization, the sustaining team, or beyond that into our development group to talk to expertise within that domain on a particular feature, for example, or within the developer relations organization so that features can be better understood and how developers may make exciting use of the new features in the feature releases that are available, and also connect where necessary with our product management group. So that's an inherent value behind access to the ultimate in Java expertise of the Oracle Java Platform Group. So again, on the enhanced services value, it's always available. You don't just call us when there's an emergency. You do have a path to us through the support requests on My Oracle Support, MOS, but we can also, in added value terms, make arrangements for connection to us for these higher touch enhanced services with upgrade support, the performance tuning, and also the enterprise third-party service. So, as I mentioned earlier, it's included in your Java SE subscription. It's there. It's part of the value that you get from that subscription from Oracle. And there's no additional costs or fees involved in accessing these Java enhanced services and scoping them appropriately. So, and as part of this, you really when you speak to us, when you work with us, when we're engaged on these scoped service delivery, we provide a means for you to leverage our mastery from thousands of customer engagements. We've really talked to thousands, maybe even after these years, tens of thousands of customers on a scope that's large, and from the large to the small, and deployments that have been global in their nature. So there's many scenarios that we've worked with countless corporations through the years. So, and as that relates, with the intelligence that's gathered from those multiple engagements, really benefits you through the knowledge and expertise that you would have access to via these Java enhanced services. And again, you'd be able to enjoy a productive relationship with your Java or Oracle Java support team. Okay, well, in terms of next steps, how do you engage on these to reach out and get access to these enhanced services? Well, please contact your Java subscription customer success manager. They've got access to the necessary next step materials here. There is a brief questionnaire, and the Java success manager will be able to work with you to complete a brief questionnaire to provide us some additional information to scope your requirements and move on to actually make progress on these topics. Okay, there's some additional resources. Certainly, please visit our Java homepage, oracle.com/Java. You can follow us on Twitter @Java, and reach us at javacoms_ww@oracle.com. Some very valuable, useful resources there to connect with us.